Alright guys, welcome back. I'm here for another episode today, or whatever you want to call it, if you will. First off, I want to start this video off by saying, until we get to 1,000 subscribers every week, I'm going to be drawing a name, but you got to like and comment yes in the comments, and it's only gonna be $20 right now, but whenever I get up there, I just ain't got a lot of money to be giving away, but I'm willing to do it because I want this channel to grow. It don't matter, I'll pay PayPal or however you got it, Cash App, whoever wins. I'll be drawing once a week, $20. Same person could win, there ain't no rules against it, but yeah, so everybody like, subscribe, comment yes, and yeah, you have a chance to win. But alright, so let's get this started. Today I want to talk about how I was done wrong in jail. And by doing wrong, I mean I got released and I never got released, if you understand what that means, which I don't even understand it, and I just said it. What I mean is, I went to court. I got told I got sentenced to probation and never got out. I'm gonna break it down. That's the reason I'm having a hard time. It's a little bit confusing. All right. So when I was in the old WCJ jail, yeah, over there in Alabama, the hell on earth, third world country, yeah. So they finally called me to court. They don't give you a court date, like where I'm from in Shelby County. They give you a court. You get arrested, say, I don't know, on a Monday. The next day, or at least by Wednesday, you go to in front of the magistrate. You don't leave the jail. You go to a little room where there's a TV and stuff, and the magistrate's on there. She schedules you a court date, and also asks if you're going to retain a lawyer or if you're going to get a public defender and all that. And you're going to have a court date within a month. Get your case going. Not this place. Nah, you didn't have, look, now there's people who made bond out of there and stuff. Like if you're in jail, you're first come, first serve. But people who's made bond in there, 8-9 years later, they still ain't seen a courtroom to handle their case. Whatever, I mean, it's crazy. They never hear nothing about it. Well, so they call me, I'm in there about 3 months. They call me to court. I go to court. And so the first time they say, tell you what, we're gonna give you probation. It's a three split time served is what they were gonna give me. That's what they said, the DA. And I'm ecstatic because I want out of this place. I don't care where I go. I'm going to another jail. I know that. I had warrants in 2 other places. I don't care. Get me out of here. You would think when I heard that news that I was getting to walk on the street again. Well, so okay, I'm like, yes, yeah, let me sign now. Oh, you can't do it today. That's what they told me. Why can't I do it today? Also where I'm from, when you go to court and they say, hey, we're going to offer you this, you will get, if you take it, you will get sentenced that day. You're going to have it handled. Okay, so they tell me, though, at this place, that they got to print the paperwork out and then call me back in 2 weeks to be sentenced. So, at this time, I'm a little aggravated. Already been in there 3 months. Already been through hell for 3 months, sleeping on rack, getting in fights, getting beat up, whatever, fighting. It don't matter. I'm all cool with it. I'm like, because at this point, I'm just like, okay, fine. I'm just happy to get out of here. Like, I'm in the way my mind is at this point. I'm happy just to get out of this place, and at least if I know, okay, I can look forward to 2 weeks, and I know I'm gone. So I'm like, okay, cool. I go back to the jail. I'm really happy. I'm ecstatic. And I know I'm telling everybody, I'm bragging about it. Yeah, I'm going home in 2 weeks. They're going to another jail, but I'm really happy. So 2 weeks rolls around. Guess what? I go nowhere. I'm still sitting in jail in think of a D-dorm. Yep, still sitting over there. And I'm over there like, wait, what's going on? So I actually give it some time, I'm like, okay, cool, maybe they didn't mean exactly 2 weeks to the day, which I didn't think they really did. I just thought they meant around 2 weeks, I was hoping it might be before. They never call me to come. So 2 more weeks goes by. This is a month from my original court date now. Let me backtrack. I'm sorry about that. So after the first 2 weeks, I write the DA. Yeah, this I've never been in a jail either to where you can write them. You can file all your motion discoveries and everything. Like, oh yeah, and that's the other thing. I didn't have a lawyer. They denied me a public defender, which for the life of me I thought was against the law. And I wasn't the only one. They denied a bunch of people a public defender, and it's crazy. Well, so, I write the DA. They don't respond back with a letter. It's just, okay, now we fast forward again. I wrote after the first 2 weeks. Fast forward, it's a month in, a month after my first going to court. They just call my name to go to court. I'm happy again. I think, okay, today's the day. They got my letter. I wrote in the letter, like, hey, you said I was going to take a 3 split time served in 2 more weeks. What happened? Why am I not leaving? All right. I go to court. Can you believe? It's almost too unbelievable. When I go there, the DA tells me, we just called you here because we wanted to apologize for not calling you back the first 2 weeks. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, okay, well, hey, apology accepted if I could sign this thing today. That's what I'm thinking. Like, apology accepted, just let me sign it. And they tell me, no. Well, see, we still gotta do the paperwork. That's what they say. They still have to do paperwork. And I'm like, man, it doesn't take that long to go back there and type this stuff up and just bring it out here. I'm really getting aggravated. I'm saying this. They're like, no, we're sorry, but we guarantee you, give us a couple of more weeks and you'll be out. By this time, it's getting winter time, and the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, they're not going to be open anyway. So I'm banking on, I'm like, all right, well, maybe it'll happen. Maybe they'll call me right before the Christmas break. So they never call me again. They don't call me. So I write them. I don't hear nothing this time. I write them once again. I don't hear nothing. I think I wrote them 3 times, the DA. I never hear anything. Alright. One day, out of the blue, alright, yeah, and at this time, by the way, my family wasn't having a lot to do with me because I made them mad. I was like 24, I think, or 25, 24, 25 at the time. Maybe 23. I can't remember, but yeah, they were pissed at me. They weren't helping me. Well, by this, okay, we roll around to March. I'd been locked up 10 months at this time now, and it had been like 6 months from when they told me they were going to give me the 3 split time served. So I'm like, alright. Well, one day they called me. I had a visit, and it wasn't visiting day, so I didn't know what it was. Well, I go up to the front, and it's my sister and my grandmother. And they're talking about, maybe bonding me out if I don't go to court here soon, because at this point they're just hoping maybe we could save, because I got to go to other jails anyways. They're like, maybe we could save this bond money. Maybe they'll just really do what they say and call you to court. I'm banking on it too. That's what I'm hoping. I'm like, okay, whatever. Literally the very next day after my grandma and my sister come up there and say that, I get called to court. And oh yeah, when I found out later, see, I didn't call them that night or anything. I found out, after I got out. My grandmother and my sister drove over to the courthouse right when and the reason they didn't just fight for me is because they're not used to this, the jail stuff. They don't know what it is. For all they know, every jail's like this and they can't do nothing. They don't know I'm being treated wrong at this point. So they drove over to the courthouse and I guess talked to them. So the very next day they call me to court. And this just proves to me, when I'm sitting here thinking about it, this proves to me that they could have called me to court any day they wanted to. Because they go over there, they see I have some outside help now, so I guess they start getting scared. And say, hey, we're going to, hey, let's get them over here to court and fix them up. And, yeah, so I go to court. Boom, it's the day. They give me the 3 split time served. That's what the sentence was, exactly. Instead of the 3 to 3.5 months time served it was supposed to be, it turned out being, 10 months time served. Okay, that was at the beginning of March. I come back to jail. I know I'm sentenced by the judge now, so I'm really happy about it, right? Okay, I come back in the jail. I'm walking around like I'm just the hottest thing in the block, Can't nobody talk to me. I'm going home. I forget all of y'all. That's how I'm thinking. I give all my stuff away, like my extra stuff and I know I'm going to another jail, right? But I mean, I was giving away like my whites and stuff like that because I was going to get new ones whenever I went where I went. I give all my stuff away, and then bang. I'm trying to take you through every detail of it. Okay. Yeah, I give all my stuff away, and guess what? 3 weeks later, I'm still in jail. I gave all my stuff away. I have, and I didn't ask for it back or nothing. I mean, some people just gave it to me back, some of it, but at this point, I'm like, I know I'm going home sometime, and I had stuff, like I didn't need everything that I gave away, so I'm like, alright. Man, 3 weeks goes by. I know another county's coming to get me, right? 3 weeks go by though, nothing is happening with me. They didn't call me. Normally they call you to pack it up to go all the way. The place I had the warrant at's 2 hours away from where I was, so it's doable to make it there. Well, mind you now, this is a country jail, so what I'm about to tell you is a little bit crazy too. My cellmate at the time, like the 6th or 7th one I had since being there, because everybody in that place does a long period of time, but I'm complaining every day to him. He knows about my case. Me and him became like this, really cool. We just became really, really good friends, and I'm complaining every day to him. I guess he gets tired of it, and he's told me stories about his life and stuff. Like, his family was very well connected with the sheriffs and just everybody in the county. Like, he was very well connected. I mean, this guy, I've seen him do this before. He could hit the button at the door and say, hey, I need to go up front and talk to, the jail administrator, the sheriff even sometimes. They would pop that door and let him walk freely without even a guard, near him. And we got to go back, like the county I'm from, if you walk through that hallway, a guard's escorting you, but you're also going to be handcuffed, most of the time. Like, you're going to be handcuffed just for their safety. It don't matter if you're in there for a speeding ticket. That's what's going to happen. So I'm sleeping one morning. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, one more thing. I call my grandmother and I do tell her, hey, so y'all don't have to bond me out, whenever they first sentenced me. I'm like, y'all don't have to bond me out no more. They sentenced me, cool, I'm waiting on this other jail to come get me. I got to go handle that, but surely it's 100 times better than where I'm at. So, okay, I hear the door pop one morning. I'm sleeping 3 weeks after getting sentenced, 3.5 weeks, somewhere like there. Well, it's slamming, and it's my cellmate coming back in. It wakes me up, so I get up, and I'm like, rubbing the sleep out of my eye, and he's like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, man, not much. Where you been? He was like, oh man, I've been up front talking to so and so, whoever it was, and he said, yeah. He said, Oxford's the other place I had the warrants at. They're on their way to get you. And I was like, no way. And he was like, yeah. He was like, I just went up there and talked to them. They called over to the judge's office, got your paperwork sent over. What kills me is my paperwork was that easy to find. Like it was sitting on top of your desk. So you mean to tell me you on purpose just didn't send it over? Like you just didn't want to, or whatever reason. It's just sitting there. Like, why would you not send it over? Neglect at its finest at this point. Man, so I am super, super happy, though, when he told me that. But at the same time now, look, I'm still very skeptical of this. I'm happy because I trust him, I believe him, but I don't believe the people who's telling him this. So I'm like, man, let's pray this goes down the way it's supposed to. Sure enough, man, it's like Oxford or the other place, I had the warrants at. It's like they got in their jail right away. Because I swear, from the moment he told me that, talked to them, it was 2.5 hours later, and it's 2 hours from where I'm at. And they were there. They called me to pack it up all the way. I'm running through that place at the, like I'm grabbing my stuff. I'm screaming, like dead serious. I'm screaming. And I mean, you gotta think, I've been locked up 10 months in a jail with no TV, no books, only the Bible. They would give you the Bible, no books, a few games, not a bunch of games. All you have to do, and that's why this jail likes fighting so much. And anybody, if you're not from there, is gonna get tried. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's what they believe in that place. I mean, I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't get it. So the other jail gets there and picks me up. Man, when I come out of there, I'm smiling from ear to ear. That guard's like, dang, why are you so happy? Man, I told him in the ride over there. I told him the whole skit. I was like, man, you don't know how you saved my life. You don't understand it. Like, you'll never understand. Like, I am so happy to be going here. And I didn't even know what this jail was like. This jail could have been 100 times worse. I've never been to this jail either. I didn't know. And I mean, I'll get into that a little bit later on, but needless to say, it was definitely better than the first jail, but it wasn't all that great either, honestly. And yeah, so I'm sitting there just happy, and I end up, but first of all though, I went to the city jail to where I had the warrant at, and it was a felony, so they were going to have to transfer me to the county. I will say the best part about it was when I was sitting in that city jail, and they gave me Jacks every meal, every single meal. You had a TV sitting, there was only two people one other person with me in there. They had a landline phone in the place, a landline in your cell that you could just pick up. And man, so I stayed on the phone. I was in there 3 days before they transferred me to the county. I was I was calling everybody. Some people I hadn't talked to in 10 months, like some friends and stuff. I was calling all of them, letting them know what was going on, and kind of told them about the whole hell that I just left and everything. And man, but yeah, I mean, it was great. That's just a story about how I got screwed over. And I know I'm skipping around. I got a lot of crazy stories from this place. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what it was like, though, like as far as getting my case handled, because I'll get into it a little bit later, but they also screwed up my paperwork another time and when I was in prison, they caused me not to make it out of prison at a better, I could have got out sooner is what I'm saying. And part of their whole little paperwork deal that they like to just, I don't know what they do with paperwork there, but they took that away from me, my early release, and made me actually get out later. Not by much though, but yeah, I definitely got out a little bit later than I should have. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna end it there. And yeah, I appreciate all y'all watching. Subscribe, and remember the $20 giveaway once a week until we hit 1,000 subscribers. And I might do it though, like I said, I'll do a drawing You got to comment though, like yes on any video really, I guess. I mean, you could do it anywhere, but yeah, I'll check it and I'll do a drawing. And you know, it might go on after 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing that number out there because that's a goal I want to hit. It probably will go on after 1,000 subscribers. But all right, y'all be easy, and until next time, I appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks.